Hi everybody and welcome. It's Marcie Besker, an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. I am in Clovis, California, but today I am here with you on YouTube and trying to, of course, skip my ads. How are you today? For those of you that don't know, I'm trying to work out my bangs and grow them, and they're very irritating, so ignore them. Thank you. So I have to tell you guys, last Sunday, my daughter was getting ready to fly home, right, when they were here visiting. And so we're chatting and we're in the living room talking, and we have this big, huge clock above our microwave. And so, hi Olivia, hi Deborah. And so we're sitting there chatting, and they had to leave by like 11:15, which was perfect because I had to get in my craft room and get ready for my video, okay? So my husband said, I will take them to the airport and you can get ready for your video. And I said, okay, perfect. We're sitting there chatting, and I happened to look up at the clock that we've been looking at all morning. And then I looked at my computer and I'm like, it was like already 10 minutes to 11. And I'm like, you guys, it's 10 minutes to 11. I thought I had another good hour of time. Well, I think the clock died, the battery died. So anyway, that was kind of a rush to get ready and get them to the airport, but it all worked out fine. But I had to tell you, I almost missed my video. I would have been an hour late. Hi, Tashana. Hi, Susan. Welcome. Okay, guys, I am so sorry, but I even hairsprayed them. And I have an appointment, but not till the 17th of July. And I told my husband, well, by then I'll either cut my own or... because I told her I wanted it later in the month before I go on my next trip. Hi, Debbie. How are you? And I'm either going to go crazy by then or call her and say, no, you got to get me in now and cut these, because I usually end up cutting them. So let's see what happens. We'll see. Okay, so what else? Bingo for Christmas, you guys. I am getting people signing up already, so I would love for you guys to join. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have such a cute fancy fold card that I'm going to do, and I already know what set and everything I'm going to use. However, I have to say that I have not seen this fancy fold card in a really long time, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to definitely have some new product we're going to use, all new product, and we are going to have a lot of fun. If you missed the last bingo, I'm going to go ahead and link it here after my live. I don't have them linked yet because I'm live, but I will get that link so you can see the last video, the bingo. It was so much fun. Now, when I do that, I'm going to send you your kits. Hopefully you guys are getting your kits already for those that participated. And in the video, you'll notice that I did a timestamp of card 1, 2, 3, and then our 3D project. So you don't have to go through the whole video again. It's a long video because we were chatting and having a great time. So hopefully you'll participate this next time. You'll just go to my blog, and I don't know if I updated my blog. Yes. So where it says shop, you will go to where it says bingo, paper share, others. If you go to my classes first, events and classes, you're going to read about it, and you're going to do the registration form. You're going to pay for it in the shop. So just go to Christmas Bingo in the shop and you'll find it. Hi, Lisa, Linda, Patricia, Jeannie, how are you? Welcome, welcome. So that's where you're going to go. I also having some retired stamps and accessories that are coming. Some are already up. I'm working on getting more things up there. So if you're interested in purchasing anything that has retired, that's where you will go. Thanks, Debbie. Yeah, we had a really good time. I was a little nervous. It was my very first one. I didn't have very many people, which meant you guys all had a great chance of prizes. And this last one, I did prizes for everybody, which was a lot of fun. And but we had a great time. It was, I think I said 5:30 to 9 or 9:30, 9 I think. And we were just right after that. So we had a great time. I tried to make it a decent pace because we have East Coast people, but this time it's going to be on a Saturday. So I did it on a Saturday so everybody can not have to stay up so late, and hopefully everybody can catch it on a Saturday. Anyway, that is that. My son, update really quick. He is moving. He bought a house here. It is a half a mile from me. My husband said, you know, he's just a mama's boy. And I said, and you're not really? Okay, so. Oh, the cows, Debbie. Okay, so you had to be in bingo for that. It was really funny. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Arlene. So my son is moving. It's a half mile away. I went and checked out the house. They found the house, asked me to go look at it. I did. It's beautiful, and it's the perfect house for them. Now they need to sell theirs. It is super hot in Seattle right now, so people aren't out looking at houses very much, which is unfortunate because my son's house has air conditioning. So it would have been perfect for somebody to say, oh my gosh, this house has air conditioning. But that's okay. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm super excited. And my little grandson will be near. I'm so happy. So now when I travel to go see it'll be just to my granddaughter, which will be nice. But we're going to bring her here a lot so she can, I can have everybody together, which would be good. Art in Bloom, I'm going to show you that quickly. And then I'll get to the rest of the updates later. But let me show you. This is my Art in Bloom class that I'm going to be doing. It's going to be an online class. So if you are interested, I've already had people sign up. There are some alternative stamps that I used. I think it's called Best Chapter is what I used for the sentiments. And this one came from one other one. But you can use what sentiments you want. But if you purchase the stamp set and die from me, so let me show you quickly. So it's Art in Bloom. And if you order the bundle, you're going to get the folder and you're going to get the dies. If you order this from me, I will send you the kit for free. If you already have this and you want to be in the class, I'm going to work on that. I was asked about it. And let me see what I can come up with. I did have somebody from another country ask about it and just wanted to know if she can get the video link. Right now I'm debating on doing this as a private live video or a recorded video, but I'm thinking I want to do it as a private live video. So it will be a link. So I am going to work on that and see what we can do about doing that. And then these were the two alternative. I just really liked this happy birthday in here. Where did it go? This one right here. So that's what I used right here. And then, of course, Best Chapter is where you're going to get the other sentiments, which I really, really liked. I know, Debbie. I am so excited. So anyway, if you're interested in this, again, go to my events and classes and you can sign up there. And then you can pay under the shop button. All right, so I will get back to the other announcements in a bit. This is what we're going to create today. Super fun card. So I have to say, this Measure of Love, I'm doing cookbook recipes for my kids. Shh, don't tell them. So I'm doing them for the girls. And so what I thought about is this would be a really cute set to incorporate into their little cookbooks that I'm making, recipe books. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to challenge myself because I just couldn't come up with thinking of a card right away with this. And so I thought, all right, let's just pull it out. My goal is to try to make cards with everything. So this is what I came up with. My first thought was to create this cute little platter, make it a platter. Well, then after I did that, I decided I didn't want it as a platter. I thought a scale would be cute. And mostly because a lot of the sentiments is our friendship tips the scale. Well, that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense if this is a platter. So I went ahead and added the little scale on there, the little measure thingy. And this is the other scale, which would be really cute to do the same thing. And then stamp it again and cut this out in white and put it on top of the floral. I just wanted it to be a little prettier and to add a little bit of, you know, some color to it. So let's get busy and I'll show you how I did it. So of course we have our card base. The reason this is already stamped is because I didn't think it would look so good in here like this, which is what it was for when I stamped it. And I was like, okay, so this time apparently I'm going to be making my card portrait. So be careful when you do that. Make sure that your card is the right way. So we're just going to really challenge ourselves now, and we're going to go to a portrait card and make it work. Sure, it'll be fine. Circles fit on everything. Are you guys hot? Is it hot where you're at? It is so hot here. And my poor son, they left the house for the weekend because, you know, they were showing it, and it wasn't in it wasn't a open house or anything. It was just they wanted it to be available for people to go see it. And so they went up to my son's in-laws' house, and they don't have air conditioning up there. So my son is very anxious to get back home. And we're hoping more people come out to look at houses this weekend because they are, nobody's going out right now. It's super slow right now. Okay, so what I did is I took Sweet Friend, and I'll show you how I did this. I'm going to put it on my little block, and you can put it on whichever block you want. I think I am going to go for the small one. I don't really need to see, I don't think. Oh yeah, Linda. It is humid in Florida. I've only been once, but oof, thought I was going to die. We have very dry, humid here. It's dry heat. And, okay, I'm going to go on here just so I don't, number one, it's a little bit of a cushion. Number two, I don't want to get my mat all dirty if I can help it. All right, so I'm going to do this first because I need to remember that we're doing portrait and I don't want to forget that. So what I'm going to do is get my Granny Apple Green, just because it's the lightest color. I don't know why that makes a big difference, because I'm going to get my Stampin' Scrub over here, and you guys are going to laugh at how I do this. Okay, I'm going to open up all of these. So I have Coastal Cabana, Gorgeous Grape, Granny Apple Green, and Melon Mambo. And I love all of these colors together. So it doesn't really matter actually what order you put it in. Then what I do is I have my Stampin' Scrub right here. And I'm going to, now look how big this mist is. In the catalog, it doesn't look this big. It's huge. It is, how much is this? 8 ounces. I think we used to have a 2 ounce or a 4 ounce or something like that. Hi, Terry. But this one is so much bigger because at first I thought, oh, the price went up, but nope. So I just spray right here in the corner. And then I have to find my lid. And I hold it in my hand because this does not have to be super neat or super fancy, okay? So I'm just going to start with the green, and I'm just going to start it right in the middle. And I'm going to scrub and go to the purple. Okay? And then I'm going to scrub and go to the Coastal Cabana. And I'm just going to do this whole thing. And of course, you think I would have done this ahead of time, but no. There's certain things I did do ahead of time, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's okay. I know that you guys want to see how. Now, I should have done green by green, but that's okay. Hi, Nola. I know. It's super hot there. My poor daughter is probably melting. Okay, so now you're just going to go in between. It doesn't have to be super close. It doesn't have to be super far. You just really want to make sure that you kind of mix up your colors a little bit, and it definitely doesn't have to be super straight or anything like that. I just try to cross, you know, do them to where, like, this one will also be here. So they're kind of offset. And that kind of helps you with, you know, figuring out if your project is not super straight too. You just keep your stuff, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it really isn't that big of a deal. Just kind of, and a lot of this you're going to cut off anyway. This is going to be the background. So I just kind of go in and mix it up a bit. And like I said, it doesn't have to be, so the green's way over there. I'm going to start the green up here. And I'm going to go ahead and do the blue. And now you get to where you're just going to kind of mix it up. And I'm going to do purple. You see what I'm doing? Just kind of mix up the colors. Have this in your hand. It's just so much easier to do it. And I'm going to go back here. So there's just, I mean, the only rhyme and reason is to just kind of, you know, move your colors around a little bit. Hopefully my head is not in the way. My camera, I have to move. So I move my camera in between videos. And I swing it out of the way because I showed you guys before. It's up above, it's on a pole. And I just swing it out of the way. But I feel like it's tilted towards me, so it might be kind of, my head might get in the way. Hi Samantha, hi Laura, hi Terry. Alright, I know I said hi Terry already, but you know. Alright, let's see, where am I? I'm going to do another purple over here. So it's just cute. I didn't know what sentiment to use, and I was thinking that I did, like I said at first, I was not going to tip the scale. So I was like, well, I don't want that to be a scale, so we're not going to put that sentiment on there. But then I thought, it's so cute. All right, let's keep going. All right, this is purple, so I'm going to do another pink over here because, oh, look at that. Took my stamp right off. I was rubbing so hard. So let's go back up this way. Oops, let me wipe this off. That's a lot of ink, a lot of wiping, so hold on one sec. Gotta clean this off. Hi, Patricia. All right, let's try it again. Ooh, that got really, I didn't have that issue yesterday, maybe because I was going so fast today. Okay, so we are going to go back with, I'm going to do purple, even though it's already right there. And then we'll just stamp it off. And I'm going to go with blue. I think I was getting a little crazy with my wiping there. Alright, and then we're going to do, I think let's do green to finish it off. And then back down here. We're going to do purple, blue, I'm going to do blue again because there's no blue right here. So, and I think it just seems like it's taking way more than what it did yesterday, but probably because I was watching TV yesterday. Alright, green. So just go back and forth. It seems like a whole lot of work, but it's really not. It's just kind of see what your colors are. All right, am I going off camera here? If you guys would like to share and subscribe, I'd really appreciate that. It's kind of weird when you look at your YouTube and you know that your numbers are going up and people are watching and you're getting more subscribers, and then your numbers are falling, which is really weird. And it's all about a whole rhythm that, you know, people are liking your videos and watching your videos and sharing your videos and all that. So it's just a whole process there. So if you guys would do that, I'd really appreciate it. Oh, 113. I think it's going to be 108 here. That is more than enough for me. All right, let's see. Let's go with this one. So you see how I just started kind of in the middle. And I'm going to go purple over here. We're getting there. And like I said, we're going to use a die on this. We're going to use the Color Contour Scallop die. So it's going to be a really cute background. All right. Almost there. Well, this is fun, right? Watching me do this. So now I just kind of look at what's right there by you and see which one's next. Thank you, Lisa. I really appreciate that. Okay, so one of the other items I might as well tell you while I'm doing this here is that's coming up is DSP is going on sale. So be prepared. So much is happening on the 1st of July. Demonstrators are able to purchase the new items from the holiday catalog. So if you're interested in that and you are not a demonstrator and you're like, I do not want to miss out on that, then now is the time to join, and I would love to have you on my team. Thanks, Linda. So be thinking about that, because right now, if you join, you are going to be able to get all the current items, the holiday, celebrations coming, DSP is going on sale, all those things, and at a discount. Okay, so these are starting to line up with each other, but that's okay. I'm trying to hurry, I think. So there, you see how they're lining up under one another, but once you cut it out, once we add stuff on there, you're not going to tell as much. But I should offset it a little. Okay, so there we go with that. Yay! Wasn't too painful. All right. So now let me close the, well, we're going to die cut everything at one time. Well, the other things aren't die cut, I don't think. So we'll just set that aside for now. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to bring in our Stamparatus. And then the first thing I'm going to do is I have on a piece of paper, and all the measurements will end up on my blog, is I have this piece of paper, and I'm going to put the cupcakes right here. Okay, it's one stamp. So I'm just going to add those there, and we're going to go ahead, oops, and stamp this in black. And of course, I need to grab a stamp to put under here. So we'll just grab the first one. I gotta turn on the fan. All right, so we are going to ink up our cupcakes really good. And while we have the ink out, let's go ahead and cut our cupcakes up. We'll set this aside. Oh, Kathy, we're kind of just starting. Thanks, Debbie. Okay, so here's our cupcakes. In this set, it's really adorable. We have the cupcake topper and the bottom. So I take just our little tiny, where these are our A block. And I didn't want them too dark. And I kind of had a rhythm after I started this. So let me show you what I would recommend. Is you're going to take your frosting and you're going to do the purple and you're going to stamp off and you're going to do one with your polka dots. See how there's polka dots on 3 or some kind of sprinkles on them and then not on the other 3? So let's do polka dots on that one and then we're going to do one without. So let's just do one that's kind of farther away. It doesn't have to be right next to it. Okay, and I'm wiping this off here as we go. Then we're going to do the pink. Same thing. We're going to do pink at the top here. So pink. And see how I got a little bit off right there? That's okay. We're going to go off and stamp, and then you can come back and you can see because it's polymer. So you can kind of get in that corner. And if it's a little darker in some spots, that's okay too. All right, so we're going to wipe that off. Oh, and now we need to do another pink. So let's do this one. Sorry, you guys, if my head's in the way. All right, so we're going to do that one. And then we're going to do the Coastal Cabana. Now, see how that to me looks like peacock, pretty peacock, because I still had a little bit of pink on there. So yesterday I was playing with it and it just is, it's really temperamental, but if you do a little bit of, see, watch. See the difference between those two? That's because I took all the pink off of my stamp, but I didn't here. So I wanted to show you closely. There's a little bit of a hint of a pink, which makes it a little purple-ish-y look with the Coastal Cabana on there. So that's just something to think about, is if you're looking for something that's kind of that color, you can definitely do that. And then I did this one just a little bit darker because Coastal Cabana is pretty light. So I did a really light one and then I did a dark one. And now for the bottoms, I did the bottoms all dark. So we're going to take the purple, and I did the same color, color on color. Okay, now my head's probably going to get in the way so I can kind of see. And I'm just showing you this because I have these cut out already. So you can go ahead and do your dark on dark with the same one. And your pink, because your cupcake holder, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure you could see the pretty little sprinkles on the cupcakes. All right. So we're going to go with this one here. And see, that one's kind of a pinkishy purple, but that's okay. And now I'm going to do a light on there because it has a dark cupcake. Okay, does that make sense? So kind of switch up your dark and your lights, but I think the cupcake papers are better to be dark and your cupcakes are a little bit lighter because I want to see the detail on my cupcakes. So I did cut out my cupcakes already, and they are right there, so we'll bring all those in. But now we're going to put the ink away, and I'm going to show you how to create your printed scale. And you can add the green if you wanted. I chose not to, because I was going to put a green in the background here and I didn't because I forgot. So let's set this aside. Let's bring this in and die cut out that. And I used the largest scallop from the Scallop Contour dies. Oh, Debbie, you're so sweet. Thank you. All right, here we go. So let's just put this on. We're going portrait this time. It doesn't have to be super straight or anything because the words aren't super straight. I already cut the circle out for our scale and cupcakes to be up on, so we won't worry about that. But there is another fun technique that I used, and I just kind of do that to get all the little bits out. All right, so here we go. I have nails, so it's easy enough for me to just slide them over. Okay. How cute is that? Your own DSP. I love making my own DSP. I know you guys know that. And then I'm going to show you guys my son's birthday card. I wasn't going to, but I can't not do that. Not my son's, my grandson's. And I'm probably going to do a video on it. Okay, so my thought first yesterday when I did the other, or a couple days ago when I did the other card, was to put this on top of the green just to add a little bit of color in the back. So do you like it with the green in the background or without the green in the background? Well, let me know and we'll do whichever one has the vote. I know you guys are behind me, so I'm just kind of waiting for you. With the green, okay. Without, okay. I'll go to the 5. So keep voting with, 2 with, 1 without. 2 more votes with, 3 with the green. Okay, so with the green it is. So what we're going to do is I'm going to set this aside for now. And we are going to work on our scale. And interestingly enough, if you look inside, these flowers make a circle. So once I did both circles, I was like, oh, it's a circle, those flowers. So I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to put this on the Stamparatus. I'm going to put it like this so it's nice and strong on there. Let's take the cupcakes off because we don't need those anymore. And so now I brought in the same color markers. Okay. Oh, let me show you one tip really quick. You could use your blend marker, and your blend marker is like just to come in here and you can blend your strawberry. So it may not be exact, but you could get your color like this purple. You could get it back, or you could dab it on the ink pad and come back in and fill it in. So if you've done that, you could do it. Oh, Patricia, you're very sweet. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we are going to use the Stamparatus because it's going to help us get nice, crisp images of the flowers. Okay, so let's get this in the corner here. All right, so for the pink, I'm going to do the, oops, there we go. So for the pink, we're just going to lay it down, and I'm doing the side of my marker, not the tip. You kind of don't want to mess up your tip, so I just kind of lay it on there, and then I'm doing the 3 little dots, little tiny flowers on the other side. Okay, so you're just going to stamp them. And remember, if you're using the stamp for the very first time, make sure that you kind of ink it up and stamp it first on scratch paper because the stamps have like a residue on them, and that is from the factory. So just make sure you do that. The Coastal Cabana, I'm doing the 2 flowers across from each other. So I'm going to do this one. Something on my flower there. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to do this one. Okay, and we're just going to stamp those. And just make sure your paper is up in the very corner. That way if it lifts, you can just go right back in and put it where it needs to go. Alright, so here is our purple. Hi Gloria, welcome. Alright, so there is our first set, and now we're going to lift this up and we're going to move it down. And we're going to do this 4 times. So let's get this going. This is kind of an important part of this to show you how this was created. So we are just going to do the whole thing. My big goal today is to sweep my floor, which is a big deal if you saw my poor floor, and then also to get into my pool because it's very hot here. And I wanted to yesterday. We had a funeral yesterday, so it was a husband of a friend, and it was an older couple. They used to be our neighbors, and so that was a longer day than we expected because she had lunch at a restaurant and the whole thing, and so we went. She watches Charlie when we're out of town a lot, so, and they just love watching our dog, so very nice couple. And so that just was a longer day than I thought, so I didn't get anything done. My husband and I both came home like, okay, we're done. It was hot out there already. See, I still had some purple on there, which is fine because you're doing your flowers the same. Okay. So the DSP is going to be 15% off. And like I said, plus we're going to have access to all the new stuff on July 1st if you're a demonstrator. And I've had so many people ask about, you know, becoming a demonstrator and what does it entail. It doesn't entail anything you don't want it to. So if you want to just go shopping and get a discount, then that's what it entails for you. If you want to do it as a business, if you want to have classes, you can. If you want to do videos, you can. You do not have to do any of that. You can just get a discount. You can share your discount with your friends and have them purchase from you, or you can just get it yourself, and that's that. So it's whatever you want it to be. That's what's so nice about this, and it's easier to get your quota than you think. I know I shared this before, but I had a downline that, you know, said I'm not going to be able to make my quota. She was newer. She never posted anything about the business or, you know, even cards. She just kind of did it on her own. And so I said, why don't you post out there that you sell it and that you need to meet your quota? And she way exceeded her quota. So it can happen. You just don't give up. Just kind of put it out there, and if people don't know, then they're not going to buy, right? Hi Sharon, welcome. So I would love to have you on my team if you are interested, or if you have questions, let me know. Okay, so at this point, I've got my 4 rows of flowers. I'm going to take this off and put this away. All right, now we're going to pull out the leaves. So the leaves are right here. I free-handed the leaves because it was super simple to stamp and cut out or stamp and align. So let me just show you. I'm going to use the Granny Apple Green. And I know when you look at this, okay, I should have stamped it the same so you guys can see, but I stamped it more like this. So when you have it like this, then your image is going to be like this. So it's going to be like this, okay? So just stamp, it's going to be exactly, just move it back up, and what you're going to look at is the centers of the flowers. So let me show you, and this one I'm probably going to be up above again, so hopefully my head won't get in the way. You want to look at your centers of your flowers, your 3 centers, and so the 3 dots go in the middle of the pink. And then everything else should not land on top of your stuff, except I did go on top of that purple. So I could go up. You can tell right there I could go up a little bit. So I'm trying not to get my head in the way. So I'm going to turn. My main concern is just getting them inside the flowers. Now, I guess this green leaf does go over the purple, and I don't know if it did on the other one because it's cut up already, but it doesn't matter when we're going to do it the way we're doing it. So oh, Gloria, I'll show you. Hold on a second. All right, so we're going to turn this. And it doesn't have to be perfect, especially for what we're doing today, but I like it to be as much as possible. Okay, so let me show you really quick on the Stamparatus. So this is what I would do. If you have your image on here, and let's just pull this back out real quick, and I'm going to grab a scratch piece of paper here. And you're going to have your flower like this, like I have it right now. Okay, so you're going to pick it up, and let's just stamp it in a light color. Let's stamp it, you can see what I'm talking about. All right, so there we go. Oh, Denise, I'm always on YouTube. I'm rarely on Facebook. Okay, so there's your flowers. So now what I would do is, if I want to align it, if I'm going to do a bunch of them, then what I would do is I would make sure that I either bring in your second plate, or you can flip this one over. Either way. So let's just say we're going to do this. Now what I would do, let me wipe this off. So now what I would do is I would take your die, your stamp, and you're going to find those 3 circles, and that goes in the center. Now you can just lay it right on top here, and you're going to twist it until you see, okay, the 3 circle, okay, I'm not completely over it, but you're going to have your 3 dots in the middle of that one there, and the stamp set should always have the stamp exactly how it should go over. So when you have it on your block, if that's what you're doing, you can kind of see where it is. You can also put it on here because it's going to be like this on your flowers. So just find your image. Let's see, where am I? Oh, it's up. Okay, so it's going to be like this. Find your image just like that, and that's how it's going to go. So this is going to tell you, oh, okay, the 3 circles are in the middle. So put your 3 circles in the middle here. Find your other 2 little centers for your flowers. Okay. And now you're going to close this one. And now it's there. So now we just stamped the flowers. And now we're going to go over here. Hi, Kathy. Welcome. And now you're going to stamp down. And now your flowers are going to be aligned. So that's the case with any of the stamp sets. So look at the stamp set case, and it's going to give you an idea on how you need to align it. And it's going to be really helpful by looking at that. And then take your second stamp and put it on top so you make sure it aligns where you want it to. So I hope that helps. All right. And then I always try to put them back in on the pattern, kind of like it is. That way I can pick it up exactly how I need to. All right. So hopefully that helps you. Kathy, where is Live Oak at? What is it near? Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're not going to worry about the cupcakes because I already have my cupcakes over here that I'm going to lose if I don't put them back over here. All right, we're done with the markers. Hi, Kathy. And now we're going to bring in our scale. So here's the scale. So this is what my thought was. I wanted to make a serving platter. So I had this in mind. And then I thought, well, I'm just going to take the bowl and turn it upside down. And that is where I got this idea. But like I said at the beginning, our friendship tips the scale. Well, there's no scale on here. And I almost just left it sweet friend and that's it. But then I decided, oh, I'm just going to do the scale thing. So that's all right. So I'm going to take the bowl and the scale. All right, I'm going to put the scale right on here. And the bowl, whoop, I'm going to put it face down and then pick it up like this so it keeps its shape. This one, because it's a larger one, I just kind of laid it on there and it seemed fine. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take our black ink. Oh, you're welcome, Sharon. And now you're going to take your bowl, and I did it right in the fat part, okay, on the bowl here. You want to make sure you're kind of right here because you want your bowl to have as much print as you can. So just kind of move it around to where you get as much print as you can. All right. Now you're going to take your scale and do the same thing. But I'm also going to get that the little base underneath the scale there. And I want a lot of pink in it and some purple and some blue. So, you know, you can kind of angle it to get all the colors that you want. And it's kind of hard. So let me see if I turn it this way. I want to get pink in there for sure. Okay. Okay, so that's good. All right, so now we have our scale and our bowl. So see, you almost don't need the fourth one, but you kind of do. Thanks, Gail. So we just fussy cut this out. And now this is the base of our scale. And then I'll show you another little trick that I do. And I do it a lot. Just depends on the project. And I know I've showed you guys before. Okay, I'm going to start over on this side because it's nice and straight. What is that brand that's in, I think it's in Walmart? Pioneer or some Pioneer Woman, I think. My daughter liked that at one time, and this kind of reminds me of that. It kind of reminds me of that pattern I have on that cabinet that I got. That I bought that tack paper and put on there. Alright, so there we go. So there's our scale here. And now let's not forget, let's bring this in, and we need our little scale guy. Okay, and I didn't put it on there. So I just put it there. Alright, so we're going to cut this out. I like to work with as small of the paper as I can. Not all that extra paper. And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's nice and black and bold. You're going to see it. And if you have some white edges, I'm going to show you what I do. I feel like I'm concentrating so hard on this little teeny tiny piece. Okay, so I'm going to cut that part off so I can get around it. And this is when you're going to be creative with your dimensionals and cut little tiny pieces to get this to stay down in one spot. Now at this point what I did is you can turn it. I've already cut to that spot, and you can turn it and then just cut that little corner out. You want to be careful because it's super delicate. You don't want to break it. Okay, so now what I do, I like to just make sure that it looks crisp and clean. So I like to take my black marker and I take the thicker end. I always do it from the back side. So I want to do it this way. You don't want to do it this way because if you slip, you're going to have a big black mark right across your project. But I just like to kind of go like this. Now you could angle up a little and make it really dark on the sides, but I don't want to do that. I'm just kind of filling in the black or the white pieces there that, you know, are a little whiter, that you didn't cut quite as close. And you can just go right around, and you really can't even see it on screen, I bet, but in person it just kind of finishes it off a little bit. So I like to do this. Always, like I said, do it from the back. Alright, and then this little tiny guy, I'm actually going to bring in this, and the circle part in the middle I don't want to color black, but the edges I'm just going to go right around if it's on my table. I don't want to do the whole thing because it will, I mean you could I guess, but I just want it to get the edges. I like it the ink color, but I want the white taken off. So if you just color right around the edges, hold it down on the paper because it's so tiny, and there you go. Now it's all nicely colored black all the way around. Okay, so there we go. So let's go ahead and adhere all that together. So what I did is I did a little bit of glue right here. And you're gonna attach it all down anyway, so if this doesn't stick completely solid, it's okay. I just want it enough to when I add my dimensionals on it and to kind of make it straight. You don't need those scale tipping. That's not the kind of scale it is, right? Alright, so now I'm going to bring my dimensionals in. I'm not a huge fussy cutter, Terry, But I have to say that every time I do fussy cut, I really like the project a lot. It's usually worth it. And I think, oh, fussy cutting's not so bad once it's over. Because then I'm like, oh, I could do that. All right, so I'm going to put this, I'm going to trim this off a little bit. I'm going to turn my half a dimensional around and cut the tip off. I like to have it on my little shears or whatever I've got there. My husband just came home. I'm wondering if he's going to remember that I'm doing a video. Okay, there's that. Although now I'm thinking it's probably Amazon because I don't think he's home yet. Alright, so now I'm just going to take a little snip, super thin. I'm actually going to cut that in half. Oops, one piece went flying. That's why I need to sweep my floor. Alright, and now we're just going to, I add it not all the way to the tip because it's really, there's really not a lot of space to add something all the way to the tip. And then from the front, you can trim what you don't need. So whatever you have on there, I mean, you could just do glue dots if you wanted, but I really like the idea of this popped up. Thanks, Debbie. All right, so, and then you're going to see that little tiny bit of white on your dimensional, and that's okay, because watch what we're going to do. All right, so we're going to take our scale and just put that right there. And then you can take your black marker and just color that little piece of dimensional. See? Don't even see it. Ta-da! Magic. Alright, so there is our scale, and that is enough. We're going to turn it over and add our dimensionals on here. I'm laughing because I'm sitting here with my hair just totally in my face thinking, well, this is not how I'm wearing it again. I'm so tempted to get it cut. I can't handle it. I'm trying. Alright. I just think it'll be nice once it's long and all one length. I could pull it up or whatever. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen. I've never not had bangs, so it's a struggle. It's a struggle. Alright, so we're just going to add our dimensionals on there. And you'll see what I mean. It's holding together just enough. We're going to bring in our circle. And I went as low as I could to get both. Uh-oh, what happened? Oh, okay. So I put it on upside down. So let's see if we can move it. See what I did? I want it, the bow's going to be over here, so you're not going to be able to see it. So I want it to be over here. With a little bit of sticky, we'll take that off. Okay, and this is sticking, so that's fine. Okay, yay, so much better. All right, so we'll put that on there, and then we're going to do our cupcakes, which are right here. So what I did is just turn them over and put one large dimensional on each one. So even though you could have just cut out your cupcakes like this and just set them up there. I just think when you're giving this card to somebody, it just looks like so much more that you did when you add your cupcakes on, right? So let's do this. We're going to add, let's do our pink ones on the top. So we're going to do a pink. Oh, did you see what I did? I was looking at location, and both of these don't have a polka dot, and both of these do, so I kind of messed up on that, but that's okay. Really can't tell. All right, so we're going to do a pink. I like this one at the top, and we'll do this one over here, and we'll do this one, this one, this one, and this one. No, this one and this one. All right, there we go. I don't know why. Is the scale, oh my gosh, you guys, you're right. That's what I got all sideways about. That's why my scale was correct, because I was thinking of it. See, you guys, what would I do without you? Hold on. Let's fix this. All right. Okay, so in this case, what you do is you turn this over, you take a bone folder, which I happen to have one of these kind, and I just rub the edges. This is how you fix a screw up. So whatever you have, just do your edges straight like that. I'm going to add my dimensionals on here again. Thank you guys. I'm looking back, you guys are all like, it's upside down. It was a test. It was a test. That's why my scale thing was upside down. Okay. Well, we're just going to rub these off. The other way you could have done that is to cut them. So while it's still stuck on there, you take your scissors and you cut your dimensionals. And that way they still stay. Your stuff doesn't get all bent up. But I think I just set this down. It would be all right. Okay, so a little practice. You guys are rock stars. All right, so we're going to put these back on like this. What would we do? What would I do without you guys? My goodness. Okay, here we go. Now, let's fix this. Okay. We are going to cut this off because it's so tiny. I'm going to cut the dimensional off. Okay. So be super careful. I'm going to slide this one probably off camera, but I'm going to slide it over so I can cut it off. There we go. Now, I'm going to show you an easier way to do what I did anyway. We're going to go right on here and cut the point off. And I'm going to cut this little piece super thin right here. Now, I'm going to pull this off. Ta-da! Alright, there's that. And then the super thin little piece. This one's thinner. We'll go with this one. That one's so thin I can't get it off my finger. Alright, there we go. Oh, sorry, my head's probably in the way. Sorry, guys. Make sure you're super careful. It's so delicate. Alright, there's a scale. And we're going to do it like this. Now I got to bring in my little, oh, do I? No. All right, so there is our scale. You could just put glue on the needle and do it flat, but I liked it up. All right, so again, you're going to go all the way down as far as you can. I did it right in between the two little circles. Well, now my cupcakes are going to fit so much better. All right, here we go. So purple in the middle. I like to put it on there just so I can kind of go right there and just put it on there. Karen, that's because of all my screw-ups. I appreciate that. Thank you. Alright, so there's that one. I know my husband laughs because I've talked to him before about how so many people do their videos but then do a lot of editing, and I'm not doing that. That's just a lot of work. This is so much more fun when you can see me screw up. Oh gosh. No, I think I rather watch people that aren't making adjustments and making changes, because that's how you learn. Oops, let's see. I'm going to do the purple on top. That's what I was going to, that was my plan. I just think, I do videos like what I like to watch. I like to watch people where they're crafting and they're making changes. And I'm okay with these like this because this little guy's got to hold on to something to stand up, right? So that is good. And now we're going to bring this in. But yeah, I like to watch people that do live. I like to watch them make their mistakes and how do they fix it and all that kind of stuff, because that's what I'm going to be doing, is making mistakes. So if I can see somebody make a mistake, like when I saw somebody cut their dimensional when they went right underneath, and like if they wanted to remove this and they just went like this and cut, this stays nice and smooth and straight. It doesn't get, from trying to pull it up, and I like how they did that. So it just worked out really, really nicely. And okay, so I have a little bit of sticky right here, so we're going to turn it over real quick while I'm making my bow. Alright, so what I do, and you guys can see my bow video, is I'm going to leave a short tail. I don't need a really long one, and I'm going to gauge my fingers. 1, 2, 3. So I have 3 loops over here and 3 loops here. So this string, this is not a loop. This last one is your loop. And you're going to figure that out when you watch my video. But I'm going to hold this here. I go around, I like a little tail, and then that is where I'm going to cut. And usually it's just enough. I'll have a little extra probably to toss away, but I like to make sure that I have enough to create my bow. Alright, 1, 2, 3. You're going to go over. And then you come back over. Okay, so it looks like a 4 kind of. You go under and away. So now this is your tail and this is your tail. So they're on the same side, okay? And then that's going to be your front. And however wide your fingers are, that's how wide your bow will be. That makes sense. All right, so we're going to fix that. Let me pull in my silicone mat because this has sticky on the back. Now, what are we going to do? Because we're going horizontal, I want to come down just a little because I want to be able to read Sweet Friend on the top. And the other sentiment, everything's in the inside, so I'm going to go right about there. Right above the purple Sweet Friend, so then I get a glue dot. Oh, Gloria, right? It is perfect. Debbie, then you will never quit. All right, so I want my bow to kind of turn this way. So kind of outward. So I'm going to pick up this, I'm going to go around, and I'm going to come back. And I already have adhesive here from when I did it onto the purple. So what I like to do is come across the top, come underneath, and then that is how, and we can bring this back up wherever you want it once we add our circle on there. And then that is how I'm going to do my other tail. All right. So what I like to do is take another glue dot, and I'm going to go right under the bow, right next to this other one, and just kind of tuck it so that this stays, even though we're going to add something on top. I just like to make sure it's going to stay. All right, so we are going to do that with our bow. So see, this is all I wasted. And you could make these longer if you wanted, but that's that. Now on the other one, I lifted the green up, the panel up on the card. But I don't think I'm going to do that this time. I think I'm going to lift this guy up. So let's add dimensionals on this. And I like to put one in the middle just because it's got weight on it, so I want to make sure that it has support. Gail, there's a, I have a video all about bow tying, and I do it over and over and over and over with different bows. So I will link my bow video to this, you guys, when I post it after my video's over. It'll be up tonight once I put everything up. All right, I'm just going to add that there. We are not done. I am going to, let's just do this. I think I'll add a little bit of glue on here just because it is a little heavy. So we'll do this too. Let me get my glue. I'm just going to add a little bit. I switched to my this little guy. There we go. All right. Doesn't need to go on my silicone mat. I just love the granny apple green with the gorgeous grape. It's so pretty. See, now you can slide that up. It's got the glue on the back so you can adhere it where you want. And there you go. Now we need a little bit of Winkostella. And I like to bring in just like a scratch piece of paper. Just because I put alcohol in some of these so they're a little runnier. I want to put it on the little scale, the little knobby thing here. And I'm going to put it on my cupcakes. Now, this is alcohol in these, and so the color is ink with the watercolor. So I'm just going to do the tops. So there's that. And now the last thing I did is I added some of these jewels, and then I'll show you my other card that I did from this set. So I added some pink ones. I did a pink here and here. because I just really like that these all matched. And then I used the Fresh Freesia. So even though these are the new in color, I still think they were really fun and they matched. So I just kind of put a few on here just so it would kind of match. So it's really pretty. Oh, thanks guys. Oh, runaway stone. Hold on. These are like gold. Let me put that back. I do have a lot of these. I'm not gonna fib. Did anybody from the bingo get their package? I want to see if you guys got your package. I mailed them that next day. Let's see, Wednesday I put them together. I mailed them Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, so maybe tomorrow. Hopefully. So they did go. So see, you can add that back panel, change up the color a bit. You can really fluff this bow up like I did. This one's a little fluffier. And I cut the little things longer, but it's, you know, whatever you want. But I just thought that this scale was kind of cute, kind of different. You can kind of match it up with the colors that you're using, and it just came out super cute. And I was really happy with it. Here's the other card that I did with this set. I actually had this black and white polka dotted panel. It's from the Pattern Play paper. And I actually just had it on my desk. And I was thinking, oh, you know what? I'm going to do something with that. And I wanted to work with the cherries. I added some Wink of Stella on the cherries and the cherries in the bowl. I mean, the little hearts. And those are a separate stamp. And so, like you can tell up here, it's not exact, and I kind of wanted it not exact, but close, but a lot of them came out close. Figures, when you try not to do it that way. And so it, anyway, I just decided I added the little black panel in the background, so it would kind of tie in this one here. Don't have this down set. Oh, Jackie, hopefully you'll give it a try. It's, I love the cupcakes. I think it's super cute for a birthday. Like I said, I did Sweet Friend, and then our friendship tips the scale, which is why I decided to do it this way, and turn it into a scale and add that little meter thing on the front of it. So I hope you guys liked it. So don't forget that I have Christmas bingo coming up. You can look at my last bingo we just had. It was so much fun. We had a great time. And so I wanted to do another one, and everybody was asking me when I'm going to do another one. So I'm going to do a Christmas bingo in July. It's going to be on a Saturday. Oh, really, Sharon? I do it really quick and don't take a lot of time doing it. I have 2 videos at the same time, and you're talking about strawberries. Oh, you might have another window open, Patricia, on another page, and maybe I'm on there too. I hope this one's okay. So we decided to go ahead and do the bingo. Don't forget, our DSP paper is going on sale July 1st. It is going to be a great sale, 15% off. Oh, and I'm going to show you guys my grandson's birthday card. And so I had shown a couple people, and I'm probably going to do a video on it. So let me move these out of the way, and I will show you. Jackie, the bingo is $35, and I usually will give gift certificates away or bundles or something. It is a lot of fun. Oh, good, Patricia. So the bingo is $35. What we'll do is I will create 4 projects, and we will play 4 bingos. So I'll do the projects, and you will also receive the kits for these projects. So whatever I create, like the last bingo, I did these 3 cards here. So I did the fancy folds, and I do have a fancy fold that I haven't seen in a long time that I'm going to be doing. And I also created Oh, you can't see it. Hold on, let me get it. I'm not going to let you see my shorts because it's scary. These are my comfy shorts. Can't see my comfy shorts. And then this is the box that we created. So I will send you out all of the kits. So we'll have the bingo, we'll have a whole day of fun, we'll do giveaways and prizes and all that good stuff. And then I will send you the kits out so you'll have the video for reference, and then you can recreate your projects. Okay, so the way to do it is you will go to my blog, which is marciebeseckerdesigns.com. You could go under events and classes, and it's going to list Christmas bingo. And then you could go to shop and then go under bingo, paper shares, other, and that's where you will pay for the bingo. Okay, so, and it is on a Saturday. It's going to start at 3 o'clock. So let me show you my son's card, and this will be a video coming up. So this is how he will get the card, and then he will open the card like this, and then it sits up and is a super cute card. Okay, so that is my grandson's, and this idea, oh my gosh, I'm going to say it on my video when I do it, but it was from another demonstrator that she used this for her moon, and I thought that was brilliant. So I will be linking, or giving you her name, because I wasn't going to show this today, but I decided, what the heck. Thanks. I know, Carol. Carol, somebody was asking me that was from out of the country about my card class for the Art in Bloom. She wanted to do that, and so she asked if there was a way to do it. And I'm going to have a link for this to where I don't send the kits, but I will have a link for the video. So if you're interested in that, I'm definitely going to do something to do with the private link, because I think I'm going to do it live, but in a private link. But it'll still be available if you're not able to make it live, and you can still do it. So. Thanks, you guys. Okay, so again, you can sign up for the Christmas bingo now. Just make sure you pay before bingo starts. So if you're interested, you want to get it on your calendar, go to my events, sign up, and you'll get updates and that kind of thing. I'm going to go cut my hair. I hope. Okay, let's see what else. I had another couple things. Oh, I even wrote a note not to forget to put the gems on my card. Oh, you're welcome, Carol. Hi, Olivia. You're welcome, you guys. So I guess that's about it. Just think about the holiday catalog coming. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got to see it this week, and there is some super cute stuff. Stampin' Up. I am so happy I came back to Stampin' Up. I am so happy. I'm thrilled with the catalog again. So I'm glad about that. You'll be seeing a lot of fun things coming up. Buzz you later, Tashana. Thanks for coming by. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your week. I'm going to get it in the pool because I am hot. It's going to be 108 today, and I am already hot. So I am going to go do my exercises in the pool. Yay. All right, have a great day. I will see you Tuesday. And I have a feeling that we're going to be creating this on Tuesday. So hopefully I'll see you there. Don't forget to subscribe, share, and like. And subscribing just gives you notification that I'm live. Just click on the all after you subscribe. A lot of people say, I don't know when you're on. I have less than 50% of my viewers that are subscribed. And so I think that's what you need to do. Just click subscribe and hit all, and we will you'll get notified. All right, everybody. See you Tuesday. Bye-bye.